To be able to criticize another man's sin, you must have a bigger one. And some of you, because it's an English issue, you don't understand the difference between the log and the speck, between the mote and the beam. And it's likened to if you have a tree, for example, and you're cutting wood, or you're using a saw, or this electric one, you know them, then those little small husks fall off, little small things. And then one of that falls into the eye. I'm going to ask the guy to put it up on the screen for me. And I don't know whether you see the screen. Now, to help you understand, I needed to look for a picture to explain log and speck. So you have a piece of log here. You have a piece of log here. And then there's that little speck that has fallen, that little dust of log, of wood that has fallen off. And it has fallen in your brother's eye. So for you, you have a log in your eye. But you're telling this other brother who has a little small speck, you're telling him, open your eye. I'm going to cure you. You see that picture? I looked for the best definition on the internet, and that's what I found. Some of you Christians, pastors, bishops, evangelists, you're like that. And if you can notice, that log has not only entered the eye, but it has also affected how the tongue talks. Keep it up until I tell you to put it down. Some of you, you're like that. Irene is pregnant. How many of you aborted? But because you took pills, that makes you safe. Do you know why some people are quiet? Now the message has sunk. Chimulide. Some demon is lifting. Some pastors, they are thieves. They are sleeping around. Such a log can't be removed by hands. It needs a qualified surgeon. First, what they call it, anesthesia. What is it? Anesthesia. Anesthesize it. You have to first die, and they put you to sleep. They need to operate your brain. Such things, you can't pull them out. But some of you Christians, you're exactly like that fellow with a hanging tongue. And you're in church. God is this one is this. She doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. Every time you start judging people, remember that picture. Remember that picture. Deal with your issues. First, deal with your house. You're judging a married woman, nobody has married you. When they start judging married people and you're single, first cook for 2 years and then come into people's marriages. Your marriage is failing, you're in another person's marriage. Your business is failing, you're in the newspaper reading about another person's business. You don't even have rent money. Hey, Gondi was arrested, you're stealing, you don't even have rent money. Why don't you fix your issues? Some of you are too badly off than the people you're trying to restore. One time I was in a pastor's meeting somewhere, and a man stood up talking, and I said, oh my God, the man teaching needs more help than the people he's teaching. And he doesn't even know that he needs more help than the people he's teaching. You can't be sleeping hungry and you're laying hands on a man who is a millionaire in dollars, but forgot to make him rich. No, first fix it. Some of us should understand this. I rebuke poverty out of you're praying for a man who has food and a house and a car. Poverty, go. Look at the beam in your eye first. Some of you have beams. Now, the revelation there is actually that wherever a man has fallen, they're short of a certain vision. Wherever is our fall and weakness is the shortness of vision of God. And that's the speck. You see what I'm saying? So, and God says, for you to even go into another man's eye and identify that part they don't see in God, you must be blind, more blind than he is. Because it's not the Spirit of God that leads you to look into a man's eye to identify a speck. It only takes the devil and a beam in one eye for you to be able to see the other person's eye. Are you following? And some of you, we are worried because soon the beams will be two. We have people now, the beam is here, you have one log here and another log here. And they say, you are sinners. You can't even see. Stop judging people.